game, powered by Major League Baseball. You know the number 42 is sacred in the game. Well, the Rocks got that elusive 42nd win last night. Speaking of the 40s, too, quick shout-out. Happy 40th birthday, Ian Desmond.
I love Desi.
One of the good guys.
Yes.
And a guy that I loved when he was on the Rockies. Hey, it's Mark Stout, his former big leaguer, Jeff Houston. 8 games to go. You got a couple here at home against the Angels.
Yeah.
Off day Monday, 6 on the road. Did you get a chance to win a series tonight?
Well, I think when you look at it, too, I think last night was a big night to get that 42nd win. I mean, and not much has been talked in that clubhouse about the record, but it was there. It was weighing pretty heavy. So to be able to get that one is really nice. To your point, to be able to get a series would be another one. And then also, finally, is to get a W for Germán.
This could be Germán Márquez's last start here at Coors Field. He's a free agent to be at the end of the season. I remember when the Rockies made the trade for him. It was 3 weeks before he turned 21, and it was days after the Broncos beat the Patriots to go to Super Bowl 50. I'll never forget that week. Look at his milestone numbers. This will be his 199th career start. That's where he ranks in terms of this team. It's been quite a career for Germán here.
Well, when you go back to when he made his Major League debut, that was September 8th in 2016. Think about that.
I know.
And then what he did in 2017, along with Free, to take the Rockies to the postseason. But 10 years with the ball club. Think about also the number of times he started out here at Coors Field. Almost 600 innings pitched at Coors. He's 31 and 32 in his career, so he's got a lot going for him. But I'm sure for him, he understands the gravity. He understands the emotional attachment to this club, to this organization, to these fans that are out here. And when he walks out onto the field for the last, possibly the last time, we don't know, it's going to tug at him a little bit, I'm sure.
Guy was an out from a no-hitter here.
Yeah.
I remember that against the Pirates. He pitched here in the All-Star game at Coors Field.
I know.
Just think about that. Germán this year, it has definitely been a Jekyll and Hyde situation. You know that he had TJ, and he re-upped with the Rocks when he had TJ. So, through July 11th, we did that Friday night game in Cincinnati, if you remember, after the Boston series, and he was great.
Electric.
But after that, he has just struggled on the hill.
Well, and it's unfortunate, too, because he got off to a rough start, if you remember that, but then he ran off a really nice string of W's. He was able to locate the fastball. That sharp breaking pitch would come into play. He was racking up a ton of strikeouts. And then he goes on the IL with the bicep tendonitis. And I think for him, he might have come back too soon because he knew he was at the end of his contract. But he also has not been throwing as well. And I think they go hand in hand, that bicep tendonitis, because that's a pitch when you're talking about the curveball. What does he strike out a lot of guys with?
The knuckle curve. Yeah.
He's only got 6 strikeouts since he's come back. So that's another indication that it's just not quite as sharp as it was.
You can tell he's been frustrated, too, on the hill. Going for the Angels tonight is one of the uber veterans. It's Kyle Hendricks. He's going to make his 300th start tonight. 300th. I did a little math. 7,915 guys have started a game in the big leagues.
Okay.
360 have started 300 or more. That's 4.57%. That's less than 5% of the big leaguers. I know you know him as a Cub because he's back with the team that actually drafted him.
Well, which is crazy because you think of Kyle Hendricks, you think of the Cubs because he made 270 starts with them. He was 97 and 81 with the 3.68.
He's an excellent pitcher.
In Wrigley Field, not too shabby for a guy from Dartmouth. Not many guys are from Dartmouth.
He's the greatest pitcher from Dartmouth.
Yes,
I looked, there's nobody close to him. And he throws I think he tops out at 88.
Well, if he's on a good day. If it's really hot outside, maybe an extra day's rest. No, he's 86 to 87. A lot of change-ups, a fastball, though. That's what makes this game so beautiful is you don't have to throw 100 miles an hour. Yeah, we got a ton of guys that are doing that these days, but you still don't have to.
See how the lineup deals with that kind of low velo and a different kind of pitcher, a Greg Maddux type of pitcher. This is what Warren Schaefer's going to run out tonight. Tyler Friedman will be at the top of the order. He'll start at second tonight. Mickey Moniak left last night. He's in right field tonight. Hunter Goodman hitting third behind the plate. Blaine Krim is going to clean up at first base. Jordan Beck back in left. Ezekiel Tovar in short. Bretton Doyle's in center. Yanquiel Fernandez will DH. And Orlando Arcia gets a start at third base. Blaine Krim has done some damage. He's a corner infielder. You love it when guys knock in some runs.
Well, and you have to be, if you're going to be a quarter infielder, you have to be able to drive in some runs. I mean, that's a power position. That's what you're talking about. And it's a really great story because Blaine Krim, 19th round pick, went 0 for 11 in his first big league stint with the Rangers. And I'm sure there was a time in his mind going, man, am I ever going to get back? Am I ever going to be able to do it? His first hit was a 3-run home run. And then, of course, you know, he had a couple homers the other night in one ball game. Last night, 2 RBIs for the 2 sacrifice flies to drive in runs. The 17th time that's happened in Rockies history. And the other thing, his parents are here. His wife is here. So they're reveling in all this emotion and seeing the good things that Blaine's doing.
He said to me in so many words, I got a new lease on life.
Yes.
Being here with the Colorado
Well, like I said, there's been a lot of guys in the history of this great game that have made it to the big leagues, maybe didn't get a hit, maybe didn't get more than 3 or 4 chances, and then they're out. He's getting a second life.
He is loving it, and he has got legit power. We'll come back here on the Rockies pregame show as we get you ready for the Rocks and the Angels. We're going to go south of the border, especially with Germán on the hill and Hispanic Heritage Month. It is Los Rockies night here at Coors Field. We're talking about some of the guys in the pen and their home away from home being Colorado.
Aaron Judge looking to do some damage.
Oh, hey, Captain. Oh, my God!
Near the wall.
Sorry. Woo! No fly zone! So fast, Bobby. Paul skis! Cannons! Otani! Living legend! We did it! Yes! Oh, this is the best! Please tell me you caught that.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Manny Machado walks it off.
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric.
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
Merrill Madness.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to Slam Diego.
Rocks and the Halos and Los Rockies night. Mariachi band above the dugout. Up the right field, up high. Love it. Bullpen last night. Stellar. Jaden Hill came in. So did Juan Mejia, Jimmy Herget, Victor Vondick. Closed it out. They threw 4 innings, Jeff. I think they fanned 6 and only allowed a couple of hits.
Well, and it's all anchored, right, by the guy at the back end, but you need those other guys. You need a Jimmy Herget. You need a Jaden Hill, all of those guys. But for me, when you look at what Victor has been able to do in his opportunities since August 12th, an 0.61 ERA, 14 2/3, just 1 earned run. and he really kind of blossomed. Unfortunately, once Seth Halverson went down, because he knew then what his role was. He knew that, hey, I'm the dude at the back end.
But this is good for next year because we're hoping Halverson is going to be back at the back end. Los Rockies night here at Coors Field, Hispanic Heritage Night. We thought we'd get a look at some of the guys in the bullpen as they talk about their hometowns south of the border.
¿Quién viene? ¿Voy yo, verdad? Sí. Ajá, entonces, paso.
Gracias.
¿Dónde usted vive? ¿Cuál es su parte favorita de su zona?
Yo digo que en mi casa, manín.
¿Su casa?
Tranquila, tú sabes, yo soy de Baní.
¿Por qué?
No, la ley de Pizarra, tranquilo, tú sabes, chilling. Tengo ahí la parte de atrás de mi casa, tengo plátano, coco y caña sembrado, y eso, ¿entiendes? Me hace olvidarme un poco de los problemas.
Lechosa,
Eso
piña.
es un tiro
del
sí.
Ese
tiro del campo.
Eres como una foto.
¿Tú lo entiendes?
Más tranquilo.
Muchacho, más tranquilo que una foto. ¿Tú lo entiendes? ¿Tú eres de campo?
Yo.
¿Tú eres un popicito?
Mi familia es de campo, mi papá. Yo soy de San Joaquín, en el estado Carabobo. Crecí en un pueblito también, es pequeño, es humilde, y me crié con mi papá, mi hermana y mi abuelo. Siempre jugaba con mis vecinitos en la calle, jugábamos pelota, y siempre nos metíamos en liguitos porque le pateamos los vidrios a los vecinos y eso. Pero lo que hacíamos era escondernos después, pero fue divertida mi infancia, pues, todo mi crecimiento cuando estaba ahí.
¿Qué te trae la felicidad? O sea, ¿de dónde tú eres? Bueno, yo soy específicamente de Moca, de un campo, Cacique. No se vayas a reír, mi líder, no tengo un serio.
¿Qué tú me dices,
Yo crecí en un hogar humilde, de verdad que la pasamos súper chévere. En la infancia, junto a mi primo, mi tío, toda mi familia siempre crecimos todos unidos juntos y jugábamos mucha pelota en el patio de mi casa, en la parte de atrás, y crecí en una infancia, como decimos nosotros allá, bacana. La pasamos chévere.
Gané yo.
Molina's 23. I think the other two are 24. You've been in the game a long time, Jeff. You've been around a lot of Latin players and a lot of Latin coaches.
Well, and the first one was Felipe Alou. I had him in 1987, and he taught me so much about the game of baseball, other than what happens between the lines. And also, I've had the opportunity to go down to the DR and do some projects down there. We took a high school baseball team down there, and it was so much fun to expose our kids to some of the challenges that these players have prior to they coming over to the United States. It is so remarkable. I'm so enthralled by what these guys do and what they've had to overcome, and it's so cool to watch what they're doing now.
All right, we'll take a break here on the Rockies pregame as we get you set for the Rocks and the Angels coming. And coming up, Germán Márquez, one of the few Rockies starters that's an all-star. Could be his last start at Coors Field. Yep, guys will talk about number 48 when we return to Coors Field.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out, my goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck, 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Paul Skeens.
Everyone wants to watch this guy.
Must-see TV for me.
6'7", top 5 exit velo, #1 arm in the sport.
There's a cruise missile. More fireworks.
He can go out there to center field, relax, and I think this is a 30-30 guy this season.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. Love spending our day with you.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Let your swing get you back to 50-50.
Interviews with the players.
Paul Skeens! This is game-changing, people.
If I ever get the chance to do this, I'm never saying no.
And a little bit.
It's a scam. No one's that happy.
This is a look of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive. A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Colorado Rockies.
How much fun was last night? The Rockies got a lot of production, especially from Tyler Freeman and, of course, Hunter Goodman involved as they knocked off the Angels by a final score of 7-6 to snap a 5-game losing streak. There was music in the clubhouse and music to more than 47,000 fans who were in attendance last night. We are set for Game 2 of this 3-game set. Rockies and Angels. The Rockies Baseball Network is presented by Bet365. And with that, we welcome you upstairs. Glad as always that you are along with us. With Corey Sullivan, I'm Drew Goodman. Yep, last night was big fun and much needed.
It was much needed. I like the way the offense came out swinging, put them up early in the bottom of the first. Then they had that big 5th inning, and the bullpen was able to hold on to the lead. It was a well-pitched game, a well-competed game.
Well, speaking of well-pitched, we've seen so many well-pitched games by Germán Márquez through his career. Tonight, he's making his career 199 start in Rockies history. He has put his foot down as one of the all-time pitchers for the Rockies, but he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah, so we don't know if we'll get to see Germán on the Coors Field mound as a Rocky again. We'll have to wait till the offseason to find out. But you look at the starts, 4th, innings 4th, wins 3rd, and obviously he got to the strikeout mark this year. I think for Germán, when I look back at his career, there are certain starts I think about. Obviously, I think about the 2018 start against the Phillies where he punched out the first 8 guys, then made an error on the pitcher who was Nick Pivetta, by the way. I think about the almost no-hitter in San Francisco in 2019. Evan Longoria's single broke it up. Then he had another almost no-hitter here against the Pittsburgh Pirates that ended in the top of the 9th inning. I think about Game 163 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. There's so many moments, so many memories for Germán Márquez. He's one of the top 5 pitchers in Rockies history, and hopefully we'll get to see him again, but hopefully the crowd recognizes what they're about to see tonight.
He's one of the all-time good guys, too, to populate that Rockies clubhouse. A lot of great memories, especially, as you mentioned, from 17 and 18 when the Rockies were headed to the postseason. We'll talk a lot about Germán tonight, and we'll talk more about that Rockies bullpen and some of the other guys who did so well last night in knocking off the Angels. We're a few minutes in front of first pitch. Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by Southwest Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Colorado Rockies. Book now at southwest.com. By Chevron, that's energy in progress. By UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. And by York Space Systems, Colorado-built satellites powering the economy, defending the nation, and connecting our world.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
there's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog.
The British are coming!
It pays to know what's coming.
Check the group chat!
Every great leap began with a bold first step. And there's no shortage of second chances. Against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first.
And served with a Players Collector Cup.
Saturday Night Baseball, it's the best. It's the Angels, it's the Rockies, it's the final homestand of the 2025 season for the Rock Show. And last night, Rock Show's bullpen was on fire. 4 scoreless innings. It started with Jaden Hill, fantastic. Then he passed the baton to Juan Mejia. Mejia's been awesome. Warren Schaefer continues to talk about how he's in that trust streak. Then Jimmy Herget, who's probably been one of the best stories out of the Rockies bullpen over the course of this year. And then Victor Vodnik, who has 7 saves since August, just slams the door on Luis Rengifo. 4 innings, 2 hits, 6 punch-outs, no walks. That is fantastic. And that's something that we talked about at the start of the year, was possibility the strength of the Rockies bullpen. Well, surprise, surprise, the strength has been Jimmy Herget. And for us, as we've been watching Jimmy Herget, it's been impressive because he is the human glitch. Let's get you the UC Health scouting report. And Jimmy, in 79 1/3 innings, 73 punch-outs, 24 walks. He has less hits than innings pitched. And the ERA, 2.61. That's actually leading and when it comes to Baseball Reference WAR in baseball for Jimmy Herget. And people asked him, what makes you so good in Colorado?
Felt like I've had a pretty good year. I've been excited with what I've been able to do, accomplish. It's been fun being in this bullpen. Very young bullpen, got young quick, especially after the deadline. So it's kind of cool being that kind of mentor / leader in the pen, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Well, we love the stir-ups. We love the competitive flair that the human glitch has with Jimmy Herget, but he's been very productive. So the Rockies, just like we talked about with Germán, decisions to be made in the offseason. Well, when we come back, the Crim Reaper and the Rock Show getting ready to finish up this final homestand with a lot more fireworks. Rockies baseball is up next.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes, the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte! He's done it one more time!
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye! Snakes alive!
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top!
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam! Carlos Correa!
With Byron Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
He knows one speed, and that's to go get it.
I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
Keep on nailing it, never miss it back, enjoy the show.
Relive
The biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
The Rockies Baseball Network is presented by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And you know there have to be some additional butterflies as Germán takes the mound. Such a familiar place for him. But I'm sure the mind wanders a little bit. Maybe not right now, but in the lead up to this start here at Coors Field in game number 155. Take a look at the lineup that he'll face tonight for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's presented by Southwest.com, written out earlier by Ray Montgomery, the interim manager. Nolan Schanuel will lead things off. Same lineup basically as last night. Then it's Mike Trout. Yohan Moncada in front of Taylor Ward, who's driven in 100 this year. Joe Adell's right behind him at 95 ribbies. Christian Moore hit a long homer yesterday. Logan O'Hoppe. Denzer Guzman also homered. He's just a 21-year-old playing in his first week in the big leagues. And Bryce Teodosio will play center field and bat ninth. Start number 25 for Germán. There was a portion in midsummer where he was the Rockies' steadiest starting pitcher. Since coming back from the, I don't want to call it an arm injury, but a little bit of bicep tendonitis, he hasn't been the same, Sully.
He definitely hasn't. We've seen more walks, more homers, less swing and miss, and less velo on the fastball as well. When we talk about Germán's pitch mix, four-seam fastball, that usage is the lowest it's ever been in his career at 32%. The knuckle curve still gets 37%, swings and misses. Sinker, slider, changeup as well. That's brought to you by StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud.
And you hope, you know what, he could dial back a little bit and find some of the past. And there's been so many great ones for Germán in this ballpark and overall. And his first pitch at 93 is fouled back by Schanuel. So it's 0-1. So the Rockies snapped a 5-game losing streak last night, and in doing so, they sent the Angels to their 8th consecutive loss. That's the longest poor stretch they've had since the 2022 season, where they lost a franchise record 14 in a row. It has been, Ryan Spilborgh's, a miserable road trip for the Angels.
It has been. They went to Seattle, lost a 4-game series there. They went to Milwaukee.
That is strike 3. That's a good start. And 96. Yeah, good to see.
Good to see the velo up. I'm sure for Germán, he's aware that the future is unknown. It's a good little two-seam fastball they want in, but it runs back over the outside part of the plate.
So one gone, and here's Mike Trout.
You can see there they swap out the baseball for Trout, because if he hits one over the fence, that's number 400. So they have a special commemorative baseball.
That was a foul ball.
He's saying catcher's interference too. This happened last night as well.
Well, there's Ray Montgomery. He wants to challenge. Let's see. He's going to win the challenge. Yep. That was obvious. Yeah, that's not even close. So, you know, it's that we were talking about this, Sully. I think on the road trip, you want to get up underneath, especially the ability to hopefully steal some low pitches. Guy has a sinker. You want to get up tight, but sometimes you risk when you reach for a pitch, especially on the near half, where it's going to be catcher's interference. So he'll go to first. It counts as an error on Hunter Goodman.
I do think at some point they need to revisit the rule, because that ball had hit the catcher's mitt before the bat hit the catcher's mitt.
And by the way, if you score with us, it's not an at-bat for Trout. It's an E2 allowing him to reach, but it's not an at-bat.
I can't believe it's taken this long.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
It was catcher's interference. The batter will be placed at first. Los Angeles retains their challenge.
The Rockies defense is presented by York Space System. So Hunter's behind the plate. Orlando Arcia getting the start at third for Kyle Karros. Tovar is next to him. Tyler Freeman on the dirt tonight. Blaine Krim, he's been at first base every day. He's been swinging it great as well. Moniak in right, Doyle in center, Jordan Beck in left. So with one out, Trout is at first. And stepping up is the switch hitter, Yoan Moncada. On the White Sox. Pretty conservative lead for Trout. He does not really look to run anymore. Krim, good pickup. There's one. Tovar trying to hit Márquez. He does. And on one pitch, the old 3-6-1 double play. Terrific start for Márquez. Good start for the infield.
Need a convenient weeknight dinner? Then it's time to think outside the box with Home Chef. With our oven-ready and express sheet pan meals, Home Chef delivers everything you need right to your door, so you can enjoy affordable meals made with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that take the hard work out of home cooking. With so many easy prep, no-mess recipes to choose from, you don't have to stress meal planning anymore. You just get to enjoy really tasty food and add more time back into your day. Get 18 free meals plus free shipping when you sign up today.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old-school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
No score as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Rockies will be facing Kyle Hendricks, and their lineup will feature Tyler Freeman at the top. This is all brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Mickey Moniak, Hunter Goodman, Blaine Krim, he's been swinging it. We were talking about that. Jordan Beck will follow him. Then it's Tovar, Doyle, Yanquiel Fernandez DHing, and Orlando Arcia batting ninth against the 35-year-old Kyle Hendricks. It is strange to see him out of a Cubs uniform, making his 30th start of the season, the 300th of his career. And the soft tossing righty touches the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Yeah, this is one of those guys where you got to have the off-gap approach, because if you do not, you will take an 0 for 3 and not be happy.
And this is what he does. He gets you out on your front side, Spilly, enough that it becomes very difficult to square up the baseball.
Well, it's because he has an elite changeup. Always had a great changeup. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud. Changeup, the most used pitch that he has, 38.7%. The sinker, 38.2. It's not high-end velocity. It's right around 85, 86 miles an hour with the fastball, about 80 miles an hour with the changeup. But it's all about his arm swing. It looks exactly the same.
You know, what's wild is when you look at the advanced metrics, he is in the first percentile in velocity. In other words,
the slowest.
He's exactly. He throws
slow. It's okay to say that.
He doesn't throw very hard, right? But 1-1. On the other end of the spectrum, weak contact, lowest exit velocity. He's up in the upper 90s.
96th percentile for that. His average exit velo is 86.2. He's also in the first percentile of extension. 5.5 feet of extension.
Which always leads one to think that he can really spin a breaking ball.
He can. He gets 2,800 RPM on his curveball.
But he doesn't throw it much. He throws it like 8% of the time.
His changeup actually has a higher spin rate than his fastball. There it is. I want you to think about that. His changeup has a higher spin rate than his fastball.
It's like the dead fish, right?
He just he pronates and spins it. Spilly's familiar with one of those.
He actually has
the dead fish.
Yeah.
He has good numbers here. He has a low 3 ERA at Coors Field. 2-2.
Well, Kyle's coming off a pretty rough start. He got tagged by the Mariners for 9 earned runs.
Tied a career high. And somehow at Coors Field, his batting average against here is just 214. He's got a sub 600 OPS against.
And Mickey is going to get thrown out by Moncada. That came off the end of the bat. Pretty good play by Yohan. Let's take a look at the defense for the Angels this evening. Ward's in left. Teodosio is in center. He got a couple of balls last night, showing great range. Joadell is in right field. Guzman at shortstop for the injured Zach Neto. Christian Moore's at second. Shonowell at first. Logan O'Hoppe has a very strong throwing arm behind the plate. 2 outs. Here's Hunter. So you keep researching Hunter Goodman, and you come up with glowing number after glowing number. He's 18th, actually 17th in a tie with Freddie Freeman coming into tonight in OPS. He comes in at 854. So think about it. There's basically 19 guys above 850 in the entire game. Pretty impressive to be amongst those. You know who's not that far back? Mickey Moniak.
Yeah.
Mickey came into tonight at 836.
Well, Mickey's last 6 games, he's trying to put an exclamation point on his season.
2-1 on Hunter, sitting on 30 home runs. 3-1 as Hendricks stays away.
Yeah, you can tell. Look, Kyle Hendricks, he knows how to pitch away from damage. You know, if he loses Hunter Goodman, he'll be fine with that.
Or give up a single. So Hunter with a 2-out knock. And Blaine Krim will come up. And all Blaine Krim's been doing is finding barrels, Sully.
Yeah, I think he feels like he's got a second lease on life here with the Colorado Rockies. And that first home run, first major league hit in San Diego, he started barreling baseballs right and left. Got himself 3 home runs, and if it wasn't for Teodosio in center field, he'd have gotten his 4th home run last night. He's racking up those RBIs as well.
I don't think the dugouts really appreciated that strike call. Is that fair?
It's very fair. Charlie Blackmon was even yelling.
Strikes on Krim.
And that's the swing that you don't want to have against Hendricks. He's going to exploit it if you overswing or over effort. You almost have to simplify, play pepper with right center if you're right-handed.
And that is on the outside corner, probably a little bit off, but called a strike by home plate umpire Chad Fairchild. So we'll go to the second, no score.
You know there's better golf in you. And whether you're new to the game or you've been playing your whole life, PXG could get better golf out of you. Our expert fitters use the unique adjustability of PXG clubs to help you hit it longer, straighter, and play with the confidence you've always wanted. Book your PXG fitting experience now at PXG.com or a PXG location near you. PXG, you've never played like this before.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Important keys to the game. It is homecoming for a lot of high schools around Colorado. So let's do a little party bus, get the Rockies offense on it, dance party, Corsage. You want to get one of those, put it on your chest. And that's about getting Coors Field right. And then the last dance, of course, possibly. We don't want to think too far ahead. But we are watching Márquez making his final start at Coors this season.
Spilly, are you still in touch with your prom date from high school?
Yeah.
Good. Sully?
I am not.
Are you? Are you, Drew?
I went to 3 proms. Hold on, I'm thinking about this. No.
It's two non-gentlemen.
Yeah. No, actually, I did see one at a reunion, and it was really good to see him. I don't know if they would say the same thing, but moving on.
You brought it up.
I know I did this. And you want to know what? Grinning like a Cheshire cat is my partner to my right.
Well, I had to be the quietest, obviously, in that conversation.
2-2 on Ward. Germán had a low pitch first inning. This ball's well hit left center field, and it's going to leave the building for Taylor Ward, his 34th of the year. And that is RBI number 101 to make it 1-0. And it's also the 20th home run allowed this year by Germán.
It's the 10th straight start. Germán has given up a home run since coming off the injured list. It is the 7th. Taylor Ward didn't get it all. He got enough of it, though. A little slider that just backs up on the inside part of the plate. You'll see Ward clear the hips, get a little vertical on it to get it elevated. 34th homer of the year.
Talked about this last night with Joe Adell behind him. Adell needs 5 RBIs to join Taylor Ward in the 100 RBI club. He hits this ball sharply to short. Rockies have a Gold Glover there, and Tovar 1 out. It surprised me, and Spill, you weren't with us last night. You were doing an Apple game, but you have to go all the way back to 2016, the last time the Angels had 2 players hit the century mark in ribbies, and it was Trout and Albert, and Sully had thrown out, and wisely last night it had to be like Trout and Shohei. But you actually have to go back 9 years.
I forget, though, Shohei did hit leadoff a lot there as well.
Yeah.
And obviously I should have thought it through had I had 5 more seconds, because I remember Chuck Nasty out of the leadoff spot was the first to do it since Erstad, right? So
a former Angel.
I didn't really use my logic very much there.
Well, you're speeding to the answer.
Yeah.
Christian Moore at the plate. 2-strike count on Moore. Hit a couple home runs since his return from AAA. This is in the air to right center field. And making the catch, Mickey Moniak, 2 gone.
Fans interested in a suite for opening day in 2026? Visit Rockies.com/suites or call 303-ROCKIES and ask about our flexible suite package options.
That'll bring up the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
I was talking to Logan today, who's struggling with the altitude. He was like, oof. Day 2.
He was born on an island. Not used to altitude. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Spilly, I don't know if you saw, he took a foul ball to the mask last night, broke the mask. The way it happened, we all thought he got hit on the follow through, and it was really a foul ball.
Left field playable for Beck. That'll end the inning. Solo home run, Taylor Ward. Angels up 1-0, middle of 2.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Saatva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Saatva to friends and family. Saatva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. It is a pretty Saturday night in lower downtown Denver. Second to last ball game, or the penultimate home game this year for the Rockies. They trail 1-0 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. Jordan Beck will lead it off against Kyle Hendricks.
I'm proud of Jordan Beck. Did you hear his walk-up song, Sully?
Yeah, stayed with it. I believe that was on.
It's been a handful of days. He changed it to he's coming out to the Pink Pony Club because he likes how people sing karaoke to it.
2-0 on Beck.
He was saying that about a month ago. He's like, I'm gonna come out to that song. He's like, you think people sing to it? I was like, yeah. Bold strategy, Cotton.
See if it pays off.
She was 1-1, so it's a 1-2 count now on Jordan. Beck last night came off the bench, pinch hit late, hit a fly ball to deep left. 2-2.
I feel like Kyle Hendricks is the perfect example of what below the speed limit is. We always talk about it. BP fastballs and hitting speed are somewhere between 87 and 92. You get above that, gets a little uncomfortable. You start getting in the high 90s, you know it's much harder, but 86 is below the limit.
And again, he was out front, Jordan, but he was able to get enough of it to line it into center field for a lead single.
Yeah, the two base hits that the Rockies have exit velos of 89 and 78 miles an hour. You see the changeup grip out of the hand of Hendricks. That one hangs up a little bit. Jordan does a good job letting it travel. He's the big part of the field.
Let me ask you guys this, and I know hitters really at all levels, but especially at this level, are loath to do what I'm going to ask. And that is, with someone that's really, he's not going to blow you away, would you move up in the box?
You can.
It's a choice, yeah. I think when you get a guy that's low velo, it's almost like a knuckleball to me. You just have to widen up and honestly just hit with your hands. Eliminate your lower half, because if you get your big muscles involved, you're just going to get out. Now, you can still hit homers off of them. Ooh, Jordan was leaning.
Spilly, would you ever consider doing that?
Moving up at the box?
Yeah, I mean, against a guy like Hendricks, who at top end is going to be 88.
I wouldn't try to move too far up. I mean, it all depends where if he's landing the changeup. If he's landing the changeup at the bottom of the strike zone, yeah.
That's two disengagements now. So advantage Jordan Beck.
Logan's got a cannon. I don't think they'd pitch out in a 1-0 count.
Huge jump. Forget about it if you're hopping. He still made it interesting, to your point, we talked about his arm strength.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good jumps, and then there's the jump that Jordan Beck just got. As the two former Tennessee Vols meet at second base.
You can see he had a little bit of a rolling lead with the right foot moving. That was a no doubt stolen base. It'll be Beck's 18th of the year.
He's tied now with Tyler Freeman for the club lead. Tovar fouls that off. Moore and Beck overlapped for 1 year in Knoxville. They were part of that 22 team. Oh, great bunt by Tovar. Hendricks to first just in time. I know that two-way go bunt, Billy, where hopefully the worst that happens is what just happened.
Yeah, exactly. It still goes down as a sacrifice bunt, but you get the chance of getting a hit. It's a nice play from Hendricks. Fields his position well. I like it. Team at bat. See some more sacrifice flies.
They had 3 of them last night.
Here's Doyle, and Brenton takes a strike. Doyle had a base hit to drive in a run last night. Hit it so hard, it was misplayed in center by Teodosio, and a second run scored, and he was able to gallop to second on that play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Angels bring the infield in the second inning with a 1-0 lead in a ballpark that relinquishes a lot of runs.
I like the approach from Doyle so far. That was a changeup right there, but you can see Spilly, he's really tracking it into the glove.
That's what you have to do. I mean, especially if it's, you don't have to sit soft.
And this is fought off, that Moore's he's going to turn it into a double play. Bad read by Jordan. Beck thought it was going to drop, and it turns into an easy double play. So we'll go to the third, 1-0.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's hammered. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Dansby swats it.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Pete Crow Armstrong, what a stud.
Shota Imanaga, it's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki with a grand slam.
And this is when you put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it, back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Live odds are brought to you by Bet365. Germán Márquez, 5+ strikeouts tonight. We'd like to see it on possibly his last start here at Coors Field. Plus 120 on a $100 bet. He punched out the first batter of the game looking. Let's see if he can rack up 5 more. He is, after all, the Rockies leader with 1,064 punch-outs.
Denzer Guzman at the plate, 1 strike. Guzman hit a homer yesterday. He's got a couple homers in his first week in the big leagues. Yet he's playing for Zach Neto. who probably would be the offensive MVP. I know that may sound strange with Taylor Ward and what he's done. He certainly, both would be in the conversation. Joe Adell's had a really good year. This will be handled by Tyler Freeman. But Neto, in terms of B-WAR, baseball reference WAR, he's #1 among position players with the Angels. 26 home runs, 26 stolen bases, plays a really solid shortstop. But again, he's down for the rest of the year. Here's Teodosio, and he swings at a slider, strike one.
Bryce physically reminds me of Bretton Doyle. He's long, he runs like him. Very kind of similar.
Great story. He was undrafted out of Clemson. Here's the 0-2. And a ground ball to Tovar just in time.
That was a really good play by Tovey. He had to stay down on it. That caught the lip of the grass and stayed low. He got the glove down, stayed through it nicely. Get a good look at it here. The second hop catches that lip of the grass and stays down. Tovey stays through it. Good strong throw.
You know, he was taking ground balls today, and behind him last 2 days was young Ethan Holiday. It was great for Ethan to be able to watch how one of the best in the business does it. And by the way, Matt will join us next inning. Shonwell fouls that off. 2 balls and a strike.
By the way, Teodosio got down the line 30.5.
Yeah, 4.12 seconds.
He can run. High fly, shallow center field. Doyle will call off Tovar. When we come back, Matt Holliday.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
That starting rotation, it doesn't get better than that. Dominating night from Logan Gilbert.
Trying to be out there and take the ball as much as I can.
Swing and a miss against Luis Castillo.
It's wipeout stuff. He's a legit ace.
Talk about depth the Mariners really have.
What a masterpiece from George Kirby.
Just trying to go out there and give my team the best chance to win.
Julio Rodriguez is an absolute superstar out there in center field.
Go my zone, Julio.
Once I go, I just want to have everything ready.
Guy's dangerous.
Julio!
Some moments are too big to miss.
Did he do it? He did! 4 home runs for Kurtz!
Cal Raleigh, when will we stop being amazed?
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays from around the league as they happen.
What a play! Oh, my goodness!
Plus, highlights and reactions from the moments that matter most.
We just got to keep doing what we're doing and go out there and play our baseball.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
Home run as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we welcome to the booth a familiar face. Matt Holliday joins us. Have you found any baseball to watch this summer?
I have watched plenty of baseball. A lot of times, especially when Ethan was in Fresno, I would roll the Orioles game right into the Fresno game. So it was about 6.5 straight hours of watching your kids living and dying with every at bat. So some nights you go to bed feeling really good about it. Some nights you feel like you gotta help.
This is one I've asked you before, and as any parent, I know the answer, but I'll ask anyhow. You played forever in the big leagues. Far worse watching your kids, right?
No doubt. I mean, it's, you know, I think that especially when you know how bad they want it and you have no control. So you're just, you know, you want them to do well, and you know, when they're not doing well, it's really hard. But I just try to support them. I know how hard it is, so it's one of those things where try to make them laugh when it's hard, and try to pick them up when they need a little pick me up, and just try to navigate those waters.
Yeah, it was interesting. Oh, good play there by Shenwell. We were talking with Kyle Karros about his dad, and he said he had to call off his dad when it came to talking baseball because it got too much. Have either of the boys said that to you yet?
No, I try to play it the other way. Like, I try to play it almost to where I want them to initiate the conversation about baseball. I'll talk to them about everything else going on in their lives, and then if I sense I can ask leading questions to see where we're at, right? So, how do you feel? Does your swing feel okay? You know, just some leading questions I can sense by their response, usually if they want to get into it or if they don't want to talk about it. And I've gotten pretty good at that, about just kind of asking a couple questions and then seeing how they respond. And then from there, I know if they want to invite me into you know, baseball right now, or if it's another time.
I know a lot of people at home don't know, but you were kind of a quiet snapper, right? Do the boys have that in them?
Ethan very much does. Jackson is very under control.
Jackson's Leslie.
Doesn't rip his batting gloves
Ethan
now.
is you.
I've seen. You know, look, we are all can be pushed to our brink.
Yeah.
I've seen Jackson a little bit from time to time. I can tell it's waning on him, but no, he hasn't ripped any batting gloves that I've seen. But I can certainly see Ethan dabbling with that frustration tactic. This game will do it. I tell people all the time, this game will kick you in the you-know-whats over and over. So it's hard as a dad too, because you feel for him.
Maddie, for you yesterday, watching Ethan take BP and put 2 balls into the third deck. You've never hit a ball up in the third deck. What was it like for you to watch that?
Well, of course I haven't. I mean, could you imagine a right-hand hitter hitting in the third deck? Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun to watch him. He swung the bat really well. I mean, he hit some balls really far. It was. I mean, I was impressed. I know he hits it hard. I throw it to him enough to know that for an 18-year-old, he hits the ball extremely hard. But he hit some balls yesterday that you don't see hit here very often, or at least back in the day you didn't. I don't know. I don't watch a ton of batting practice here anymore, but
no, where he went, honestly.
Yeah, the Casamigos home run. I've never seen anyone.
Guys aren't doing that, and it was easy power.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't grunting.
So it's in there. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch him progress. But he's a great kid, first and foremost.
You did say when you were watching him take BP, you not were surprised. You expected the way he had a good, simple approach first few swings, because you talked about yourself and the first time you took BP here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really as a kid, when you get a chance, 18-year-old, you get a chance to hit on the big league field with the big league players. You want to impress them, right? Big league managers watching, and there's media, and you're okay. Let's just start hitting homers, and I think that was me. I was trying to hit it as far as I could and show them that I could, you know, here's what I can do. And he's always done pretty well with just the first round. He's just nice and easy in the off-center gap, lining balls the other way. He wasn't swinging hard, and I was like, oh, okay, he's sticking with it. Even here we are in a big league park, and lots of people watching. And then I think, you know, the second and third rounds, he started turning it loose a little bit.
3-1 on Tyler Freeman with 2 outs. Kyle Hendricks been around so long. You have ABs against him.
I had quite a few, yeah. I hit Kyle pretty well. Yeah, he's with the Cubs when I was with the Cardinals, so I have quite a few at-bats off him.
What's a good approach off him?
I always stayed on the fastball. You know, he wants you to be in between. He wants you thinking about his changeup in the back of your mind, and then he wants to sneak that one right there.
Yeah.
Sneak that 86 by you.
You don't have anything to do, right?
No, I'll stick around.
There you go. More with Matt Holliday in a moment. 1-0 on the Taylor Ward home run.
Roar is back in Motown. Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King. Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
Did he do it?
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Date in history, Matt Holliday had a cute little day, September 20th, 2005. 8 RBI. I believe I scored. Biscuit scored on your first home run.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. The second one, Sean Burrows. That ball was on the concourse.
I think it hit the foul pole, if I remember correctly.
It was a fun day.
Hey, yeah, you'd love those. Nowadays, I mean, position players pitch more now than they ever had. Those were more rare back then to get a Sean Burrows at bat.
Spilly, tell them about last night, the Kansas City game.
It was awful.
I saw you. You flew all the way to Kansas City to do a 20-1 game?
Yeah, it was actually funny. Tyler Heineman, who was the backup catcher for the Blue Jays, he came in and quit.
He quit. He walked off the mound.
He literally walked off the mound. He had enough. It was a third of an inning, 10 hits, like 10 earned runs.
He's like, try somebody else?
Yeah.
This is the only guy, I think, in the yard that can hang with you in the weight room, maybe. This guy number 27.
I love watching Mike still. I mean, I know that this season hasn't been really what he expects, or he still has, what, 21 homers?
He's about to, one more makes it 400.
I mean, he was on pace to be one of, the greatest players of all time. And I know injuries have caught up to him a little bit, but he's only, what, 34?
Yeah.
I mean, he could play another 5 years if he could stay healthy, and even that's another. He could hit 500 homers pretty easily. So
the numbers he put up, to your point, Matty, the first 10, 11 years were stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
10 straight years didn't finish out of the top 5 MVP.
That's crazy. And like you said, injuries take a toll, right? And then all of a sudden your mechanics change a little bit, and then now you're searching on your mechanics a little, and everything is a little off. You're a little late. You don't know why. Is it physical? Is it mental? And so. I was out early yesterday hoping to catch up with him. I've got a chance to know him a little bit, but I guess he hits inside a lot now, which I guess is more common than when we played, but haven't got a chance to say hello. But he's a great guy. I really appreciate his humility, and for being one of the great players of all time. You never hear anything negative about him. He's just a good family man that works hard, and has obviously been very loyal to the Angels.
Deep center field. Doyle got turned a moment, but he got a good read on that and handles Moncada's line drive. One out with Taylor Ward coming up. One of the similarities, you're talking about humility and being a family guy. You're back in Stillwater, you and Leslie, and you kind of finish raising your kids there after your career was over. He goes back to Millville every year.
Yeah, I think there's something special about where you grew up, right? And there's just a comfort level of the way you grew up and wanting your kids to grow up in a similar environment. And so I'm not surprised. I think you guys know, in covering him for all these years, he's not all about the attention. Like, he just wants to come and play baseball and go home and be a good dad and a good husband. And he, even though he's been one of the great players, he has his own shoe. You just don't see him a ton out and about, or self-promoting, or even doing many commercials. I know he has his own shoe, like I said, with Nike, but you just don't see him out much. And I think that's who he is. He likes to go back to his small town and raise his kids and live a normal life when he's not out on the ball field.
Watch Eagles football and golf.
Yeah. Yeah, he has his own course, right? And he built his own course.
Yeah,
he
had
a fellow named Tiger Woods. That's probably decent.
Who's the foursome, if I remember? It's his dad.
It's his son.
When it opens, his son, his dad, and Tiger. That's the foursome going out on day one.
Okay. Is it almost open, I guess?
I think so. I think it opens in the next month.
Oh. Are you trying to get in there yet?
You know that. I'm going to wait and see if Atkins can get in first.
Okay.
Then I'll ride on his coattails.
All right. I see that.
Joe Adele at the plate. So how much, when you were talking about you pick your spots and you wait for the boys to ask, how much where maybe you're not involved, it's not a family conversation, if you will, it's not back in the barn, back in Stillwater, how often do the two oldest get together on the phone? Jackson call Ethan, Ethan call Jackson, and they commiserate.
They talk a lot, especially I think this first little month Ethan had in pro baseball. I think they talked probably more than they had in a while over the phone, and a couple 3 strikeout games will get you reeling a little bit. And Jackson would just call him and encourage him and just remind him that it's hard and it'll be fine. And but a lot of times we jump on FaceTime as a family, which is cool because we can all be on the same FaceTime call and see each other. And so I appreciate that technology. But they do talk a lot. They're very close. They like to talk golf and baseball, obviously. And but yeah, they are in constant contact.
I asked him who was funnier, and Ethan jumped right in.
He's been the class clown forever.
And claimed
Jackson laughs at Ethan. So Jackson's like his sense of humor is a little more subtle. It's a little more quiet. But yeah, Ethan's the guy he's the life of the party, and Jackson sits back and laughs at Ethan all the time.
And now that you've had about 2 months since he's been drafted, have you sat back and thought how truly special and unique it is that both your boys are following in your footsteps? We're both first rounders. One of them's in the major leagues already.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into it after the break, but it's pretty awesome. I'm happy to stick around unless you guys are tired of me.
No, we love it.
Look who I have to sit with.
It's less Philly.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Can you hang for like the next week?
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. 1-0. Back in a moment.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
I think this is the Phillies' division to win.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series ring.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Great ones do great things when it matters.
Trey Turner, just tools out of his mind.
Trey Turner, mammoth home run.
Zach Wheeler. But this guy has been nothing but sensational since he was signed.
This fan base loves us as a team. I love the city, man. A lot of fun to be able to go in the bank every single day.
They are a complete team. Time to win for the Phillies.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Who Wants Tacos fans, when the Rockies score 7 in a ballgame, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the following day. Do it between 4 and 6 to receive your Rockies taco special. Mickey Moniak against his former employer. Last couple of years with the Angels. Mickey, Hunter Goodman, Blaine Krim. With the Rockies down 1-0, matching up with Kyle Hendricks. Matt Holliday continues with us in the booth, and he gets him out on that front side a little bit. You know, it has to be neat for a guy in the pressure on Jackson, the pressure on Ethan, not 1-1, 1-4, close enough. Their father is who he is. A lot of pressure on Mickey Moniak, and now he's still a young guy at 27, and it's starting to come together for him.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. You know, and obviously going into Philadelphia is a pressure cooker, and being the first pick, there's a lot of expectations comes with that. And then I think it sounds like, you know, in 2023, maybe we were talking downstairs, and he was telling me he started to feel like he really started to figure it out. And then I think maybe last year he had a little bit of an injury that was keeping him from his front side. He was telling me his front side, he couldn't hold his front side very well. And he was telling the Angels it was bothering him a little bit. And then, you know, they ended up letting him go. And then here he is. And he seems like a great kid. And you root for people like that. You know, you root for for good guys, and for him to have, what, 23 or 24 home runs, and seemingly starting to find a spot that maybe he has found a home. And I told him earlier, I said, look, I think the prime of your career is 26 to 32, and he's kind of entering into those prime years of his career, and who knows, maybe next year he hits 30 and you look at maybe having an all-star player.
Well, there's 2 outs. I wanted to go back and answer the question before the break.
No, I mean, I think, in thinking about looking back on the kids getting drafted and being able to pursue the same profession that I got a chance to do, I feel really blessed to share passion with my boys. I think it's awesome to have them grow up in the game and then see how much they loved it, and being around the game and being around the guys and looking up to all the players, and then that was their goal. And I think them seeing it every day, it made it tangible, and I think that's helpful. I think when they see it, and then that's just kind of what they expected they were going to do, and I'm really proud of them, because it takes a ton of hard work, and it's still, it's still look, the baseball requires what it requires. Even if you got to grow up at Coors Field and Busch Stadium, it requires a lot of tedious practice and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with trying to figure out the craft, and hitting is the hardest thing I think to do in sports. And
unfortunately, from Guzman's standpoint, Shawnuel unable to come up with that long hop. That was a pretty good play up the middle by Guzman. That was special.
Especially on a tough topspin hop right here as it works past him. Good little pirouette. A little bit of a short hop, a little longer hop. I think Shawnuel might have had it, but
hit or an error.
They haven't.
That's got to be a hit. It's got to be a hit.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. All right, good.
Everything's a hit nowadays.
Good. Yeah, I'm all for that. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah. So I'm proud of them. I'm excited they get to do what they love to do, but the work's still out there, right? So even Jackson, there's a lot to work on. Obviously, Ethan has learned some in this first month, and as you guys know, once you get to the major leagues, and then how do you stay, and then how do you thrive at the major league level, and how do you achieve the goals you have in your career, and what it takes as far as work ethic and a holistic approach to sleep and nutrition, and showing up every day as close to 100% as you can, because you take really good care of yourself, and you're able to bounce back and keep working and spend the time in the cage that it takes to get better. Those are all the things that we talk about, and trying to make sure that I give them everything I can with what helped us and all that they got to experience as young kids. So I think it's like I said, it's a lot more fun when it's baseball. You share passion. If they were doing music, I'd just have to stand over there and clap. I don't know anything about it. I pretty much don't know anything about anything else, so I'm glad it was baseball.
Right. Well, you mentioned the barn. I mean, do they have to pay back into that now?
Look, they're going to have to start. Already we started with Adidas, so they used to mooch off my Nike account forever, and so now they're going to take care of Dad, my shoe needs. And then they're talking about wanting to join a golf course in Stillwater.
This is in center field.
Yeah, you don't play
That'll end the
right.
inning.
But they want me to split it 3 ways.
What?
So
really?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Hold that thought.
All right,
We'll get that one on the other side. Golfing with the Holidays in Stillwater. Who's going to pay?
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep, but that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of 4 or 5 straight world championships. This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
Shohei Ohtani! He's in a world of his own! Strike 3 swinging. It's a dozen strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. Walk-off win!
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, every night, all season long on MLB.tv. Presented by BetMGM.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Now for the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
He's getting jacked.
Time now for an in-game odds update brought to you by Bet365. We're still on Germán, 5+ strikeouts tonight. He has 2 plus 185 on a $100 bet.
This ball is lifted to deep right off the bat of Christian Moore. Moniak tracks it down. Sully, keep going.
Well, Christian Moore doesn't want to get people paid at home. He's trying to fly out. But yeah, I want you to tell me, how are they on God's green earth? Are they trying to make you split a golf membership?
They're still cheap, and
so they are your kids.
Yeah. So if I join, they can golf underneath my membership
as juniors. That's
until until Jackson's 23. So he's got a couple years. So this golf course in Stillwater called Karsten Creek, it's an amazing course. They just redid the whole thing, and now it's private, and so they want me to split it with them. And I try to tell them, like, well, what do I get out? But they do have food there, so after church on Sunday, we can take the family and go eat there. And I suppose at some point I'll try to go hit balls with them on the range and then see what happens. But yeah, they're always working a deal on trying to make sure that I'm involved with paying a portion of this.
Which is unbelievable. We got to talk to them. But I have played golf with Matt exactly one time. And Atkins and I lived with Matt for 5 years, Matt and Leslie. And Addie and I would go play every chance we got after 12 o'clock when we got out of spring training early. So we talked Matt into going one time.
I was there for that.
He played 3 holes.
Yep.
He threw 3 clubs and quit.
Look, I have enough frustration. I had enough frustration trying to hit a baseball. Like, I just didn't have room in that for my frustration levels.
Base hit for Logan O'Hoppe, and it's time for our Marco's Pizza doing more. All right, 15 big league seasons and half a dozen with the Rockies. Came back for a return engagement. 299 all-time average, basically an 890 OPS, which is silly. 300 plus homers, 1200 plus ribbies, on and on and on. The NLCS MVP in 2007. Of all the accomplishments, I'm sure I've asked you this before. This is allowed one play, and that was at first for Tyler Freeman. So in a scoring position, it was O'Hoppe for Teodosio. Is there one that for you means more than another?
Well, I mean, look, I think the NLCS MVP, when you help your team make it to the World Series, I mean, I think that one probably is the one that means probably the most to me. A batting title is cool just because, as a kid, dreaming of leading the league and hitting was pretty cool to have that. But
there's
the World Series ring and winning World Series in 2011 with the Cardinals, obviously.
There's one that's not on there that should be. You may never say it out loud, but you should have won the MVP in 07, and we all know it. And the fact that they voted early back then and you could turn it in early September meant everybody missed what you did in September.
Yeah, I mean, look, that one stung a little. Obviously,
it makes no sense. I'm not just saying it, but what Sully just talked about. How can you vote? Halfway through something. It's not halfway, but there's still 20% of the season left. That made no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that was an amazing season. Obviously, the run that we made into the World Series and getting a chance to play those games here, it really, I think for me and having Ethan back here, get drafted by the Rockies, and me, hopefully being around a little more, like the memories of 2007 and the way the city was buzzing, and every time I come up to bat, the chance of MVP, like that stuff still, like is just kind of gets me, fired up. So I'm hopeful. Like this crowd tonight, it's Saturday night against the Angels in September, and neither team are in the race. And there's a great crowd with good energy here. It's just a great city for baseball, and I'm hopeful, moving forward, that we can get back closer to some of those more memories like '07 that we all got to experience of it was awesome. I mean, it was awesome. The last month leading into the playoffs and then all the way to the World Series. Obviously, that didn't go our way, but that was probably my favorite month of my career. 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever, 2 months maybe if you count the playoffs, of just showing up here and knowing we were going to win and find a way to win. And just that whole thing was incredible. And then going all the way to the World Series. And I remember when we won the NLCS and everybody went out downtown, and everybody's hanging out and the town's going crazy, and just incredible memories that you hope that someday a group of Rockies similar guys like this will get a chance to experience.
You know what? We're going to take that minute that you just put together, and I'm going to put it on a loop, because I know every person out there that's watching and is listening feels exactly the same way. I mean, you guys created remarkable memories.
It's a great city for sports. I think it's kind of a hidden, maybe it's not hidden, but maybe on the national landscape it's not respected the way I think it should be as far as a sports city goes, and the way they support their major teams, and especially when they're doing well.
Matty, it's always a pleasure to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
We hope all those people out there watching, they want to see you walking around town a little bit more.
Yeah,
it's great to see you, man.
Yeah, I might be back a little more often now.
Something tells me
Love
you will.
buddy.
All right, guys. Love you guys.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm Jesse's uncertainty, and I really thought house projects were my time to shine. One little, "Are you sure?" He gets stuck before he even got started. But Jesse's changed because of Thumbtack. With their guides, he knows exactly what to do and who to hire, and his house is looking great. Where does that leave me?
Uncertainty doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party. Manny Machado walks it off!
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric!
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to Slam Diego!
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. It's spitting a little bit out right now. Big thanks to Matt Holliday. It's always a joy to visit with Matt, really on any number of subjects, but it's been a special couple of days, and it's a treat, I think, for fans at home to hear Matt, because not only was he an all-time great Rocky, he's an all-time great baseball player, period, but I think he's able to articulate different things, especially when it comes to baseball, in a real manageable way, a real meaningful way. And again, we're biased. He's one of your best friends. You want to spill his best friends in the world, but it's special when Matt's around.
It is. Yeah, he's more like a brother, I think, for both Spilly and myself. For sure. I think Matty, over the years, since his boys have gotten the accomplishments, the accolades that they have, I think Matty has been able to kind of flip it and reflect on his own career and how it was on him, being highly touted, being a high prospect, and, you know, struggling with the expectations. And I remember I lived with Matt and Leslie when she was pregnant with Jackson in 2003 after the AA season. Matt was playing in the Arizona Fall League, and he got invited to play with Team USA. And the next thing you knew, Matt never looked back. And that was the moment where expectation met reality. And I think Matt now understands that a little bit differently because he's been able to reflect and look at it, and he's helped his boys through this process. And I say this over and over again, and Spilly, you know it too. Leslie is the rock
for sure.
of that family.
Well, again, this is not being gratuitous. It is a great family first and foremost, and they take greater pride, as they should, that Jackson and Ethan, who are now, you know, national entities from a baseball standpoint, are far better people, as talented as they are. This deep in the hole, and then Guzman gets it across to get Brent Doyle. 2 outs.
Kyle Freeland has been nominated for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. Fans vote to recognize who best represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
You know what's been lost a little bit? Obviously, we've been talking to Matt on a number of subjects.
The pitching duel we have right now?
And Kyle Hendricks has been really good, but Germán, who has struggled in his last 7 outings coming off the biceps tendonitis. Who knows if this is his final start at Coors Field again? He's an impending free agent. But you know what? He's pitching like the Germán that we've seen on so many occasions.
This is a turn back the clock night, back to 2018. For both Kyle and for Germán.
Yeah, I mean, for Germán, we're seeing the velo uptick again. He's gotten up to over 96 a few different times.
We also know that when you're coming back from arm injury, Tommy John surgery, I mean, everybody says the same thing over and over. 10 starts, 15 starts, and then get through a healthy offseason and see where you are a year from now.
Well, Spilly, to your point, we were just talking about that last series with Sandy Alcantara. First half, not pretty for Sandy, coming off Tommy John. Look at the last, whatever, 9, 10, 11 starts for Alcantara. He looks a lot more like the guy who won a Cy Young a couple of years ago.
Yeah, next year, I bet you he'll probably be top 5 in it. I mean, the guys that come back from Tommy John are not the same person immediately.
No. I think it's more, whether you make it back in 12 months or 18 months, you're not yourself until about 30 months. And I know that seems like a long time, but it's the truth.
Hendricks freezes Yanquiel Fernandez. He works a 1-2-3 fifth. So we go to the 6th, 1-0 on the Taylor Ward home run early.
Right this second, at some pool party somewhere, someone really wants a soda.
I'd really go for a...
But that same someone's stuck between like way too much syrup and what is that, diet water? What if there were a better soda?
Ladies.
Oh, hey, girl.
Stop spiraling. Get a poppy.
Duh. A soda with 5 grams of sugar? Iconic. I'm dancing too. You can't see me. You just have to take my word for it.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
This man survived a 4-hour flight delay, crying baby, and 2 coffee spills. But you'd never know. Why? His Jack Archer Jet Setter Tech Pass. Wrinkle-free, stain-resistant, and ready for anything. Upgrade your wardrobe today and get 15% off at jackarcher.com/TV.
SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network.
Baseball is presented by Southwest Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Colorado Rockies. Book now at southwest.com. Images from 2021, the Midsummer Classic here in Denver. And that's on the purple carpet. Germán walking in, and he pitched a beautiful inning in that All-Star game. It just seems like a few days ago, man. Over 4 years ago, obviously. This ball's well hit to right field, and Nolan Shonowell has made it 2-0. Shonowell came off the injured list yesterday, threw out a couple hits, and he just threw his 11th home run into the seats to make it 2-0.
He eyeballed a changeup for the first pitch, and then he got a two-seam fastball. They're looking to get it away, but he pulls it, and it's belt high. His 21st home run. Márquez has given up in the air.
That'll bring up Mike Trout. They'll run a little offense, a little play-action pass. Bo Porter pulled the football. Trout reached on catcher's interference and also walked. He didn't catch up to 95. It's 0-1. Trout yesterday hit a couple balls. Billy, you weren't here. Hit a couple balls to deep center. The first ball went to the wall, and I think everybody in attendance thought he had hit his 400.
They had over 800 feet worth of outs. Well, he's been a bit of a struggle, to put it kindly. Last 35 games. See ya.
That was a strike on the outside corner, so Germán comes back and freezes Trout for the first out in the sixth. That'll bring up Yoan Moncada.
Well, I like that Germán. He's going to challenge Mike Trout with the fastball. Trout's been late on fastballs clearly for the last month. So first pitch fastball, then he goes slider away, and then he finishes him off with the fastball on the edge. Well received by Hunter Goodman.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal. I'm sure there's some pressure. I know he doesn't feel 100%. There's one home run in his last 37 games.
Now check out how many punch outs he has during that time frame.
Well, coming into today, he was 3 for 27 with 14 strikeouts since hitting number 399. Here's the 0-2, and quickly Germán with another strikeout. He's got 5 strikeouts tonight, and I know that doesn't sound like a ton, but of late he wasn't punching anybody out.
Yeah, he only had 6 in his last 6 starts total. Gets that knuckle curve down out of the strike zone.
Here's the other guy who has a home run tonight, Taylor Ward. Home run in the second, and then he struck out against Germán. Yeah, I go back to that 2018 season that we mentioned earlier. Germán went 14-11 with a 377 in 33 starts. He threw 196 innings. He punched 230. And of course, he started game 163. The Rockies' best chance in their history to capture the National League West. That game took place, of course, at Dodger Stadium.
Walker Buehler unfortunately outdueled him that day.
In right field, Mickey Moniak will make the catch in the inning. Nolan Shonowell with a home run to make it 2-0. 2-0 Angels, middle of 6 at 20th and Blake.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them a lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
Where did you get these seats?
I got a guy.
You've got a guy. You gotta use Game Time for concert tickets. It's also the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, even at the last minute. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog, against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first. Kalshi.
Turn on MLB Tonight's national pregame show live at 5 as Greg, Harold, and Dan preview all the night's matchups.
You know the top three are getting theirs.
You understand it when I do well, and it's used the whole field.
MLB Tonight's national pregame show, weekdays on MLB Network.
The guy in purple I had beers with last night.
And did you pay for him, or did
I
he?
actually did.
Course
no,
not.
he owes me. I did pay for him. Crazy Joe Cravens. Love that guy. Actually, that is our dear, dear friend. This is pulled hard, and it gets through. Moncada and Orlando Arcia, with the Rockies down 2-0, reaches on that error to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, it's a hard shot off the bat of Arcia, and I think Moncada got a little lazy. Took it for granted when he could have gotten overfield in front of him. Tries to feel a little off the left hip. A little behind him.
So here's the top of the order represented by Tyler Freeman. But Joe is a dear, dear friend of ours. Former college basketball coach. Still does a lot of college basketball on television. A partner of mine on the air and a friend to all. And his daughter Shelby is very high up in the Rockies public relations office. This is tapped back to Hendricks. Here's one on the first, not in time.
A little chopper back to Hendricks, who actually throws the ball harder to second base than he does the plate. Still not fast enough to get Tyler Freeman. No, Mickey hasn't hit a homer in a game.
You know, it's right. His streak of 4 straight ended last night, so he's due. And Mickey, 3rd time through the lineup, is facing the same guy. He's hit 362, and he got under this enough that Joe Adele has to play in right field. So there's 2 gone, and that'll bring up Hunter Goodman.
Legendary Sir Paul McCartney takes the stage at Coors Field on Saturday, October 11th for his Got Back tour. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime concert event. Reserve your seats today at Rockies.com/concerts.
Hunter has one of the Rockies' 3 hits. That's it. The Angels have only 3 hits also, but 2 are homers. This big strike.
I always get a kick out of watching guys that just understand the art of pitching. There's a way to speed up a hitter, slow him down, change eye levels.
If Kyle Hendricks was at Dartmouth now, or pick LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas, whatever your favorite big-time school is, he's not going to get drafted.
I'm more offended that you left one off the list.
Wake Forest. That's strike 3 on Hunter. He's not getting drafted.
Yeah. That's right.
Doesn't throw hard enough by today's standards, but he's hung around for more than a decade.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yeloff on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, every night, all season long on MLB.tv. Presented by BetMGM.
The Mets were a great story last season. You got to think the expectations are sky high. They know that they're built to win. I love the additions.
Juan Soto to the Mets. It's real.
This is landscape changing.
That changes the arc of the Mets.
Want to make a dynasty.
Really like their bullpen a lot.
The ball game is over. Put it in the box.
It's going to take everything from everybody.
We got to stay together and we got to post up.
Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Well, Germán taking the mound tonight. 199th start in a Rockies uniform. He originally was signed by the Tampa Bay Rays, came in the Corey Dickerson trade many years ago. And tonight could be, who knows, his final start at Coors Field as a Rocky. He's a free agent at the end of the year. First pitch, he's able to get Joe Adele. And he's really pitched a fabulous ball game. He's out there in the 7th. He's given up 3 hits. Unfortunately, 2 are home runs. In terms of all-time marks, he's on every list. 4th in innings pitch. As was mentioned earlier by Corey Sullivan, he's #1 in strikeouts all time.
It's just good to see vintage Germán. He's pounding the strike zone. He was a real struggle last week at Dodger Stadium. And he was visibly frustrated after the game. Quiet.
Yeah, I mean, he's 75, 80% strikes. First pitch strikes, 17 to 24.
I mean, you could tell last week he was, I think the best word for it was dejected. You know, just not sure what the future looks like. Not sure, you know, he's putting the team in a tough spot.
Three and 1 on Moore.
That's why it's so good to see it, is because you can bounce back.
Tough hop at 3rd. Arcia handles it beautifully, and then that powerful arm gets Moore. 2 gone. We always talk about it typically with you guys, you and Huey, and you know, the 3 of you guys were position players, so we always talk about it from the offensive side of things, and the game always tries to rob you of your confidence, and then you can look back, go, okay, well, you know, a month ago, you know, I hit 380 over a 3-week period, that sort of thing. Well, for Germán, even though it's been a rough go the last 7 starts coming into tonight, the previous 11 were really good. So Germán knows it's still in there. This is deep left center field. And it's going to hit the base of the wall. And Logan O'Hoppe is going to have a 2-out double. His 2nd hit of the night.
A little fastball that's elevated, works back to the middle of the plate. O'Hoppe catches it out front. 8th double of the season for him. Yeah, I was thinking about what you were saying right there, talking about Germán and struggling, Spilly and Drew, and it made me think how valuable it is to have a guy like him when a guy like Chase Dollander is going through what he's going through his rookie year, right? Where he's struggling for the first time in his entire life as a pitcher.
And specifically, Sully, about how to pitch here.
Exactly.
Because he's been pretty good out on the road.
Yeah.
That's a good looking pitch, 0-2. On Guzman. Oh boy, that slider got hammered by Guzman and will stay in the ballpark. For a moment, I thought that was gone. Beck tracks it down. It's still a 2-0 game.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
The roar is back in Motown. Right now in Major League Baseball, we have a new Tiger King.
Tarek Skubal owns this mound.
Look at him walking off the mound. This guy's a nightmare.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Riley Green saves the day.
Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags.
He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Riley Green tears into another one.
That's the Tigers, baby.
SiriusXM's The Leadoff Spot is now on MLB Network. Join Steve Phillips and former MLB players Xavier Scruggs and Eduardo Perez for a recap of the night's action, preview of the day ahead, plus in-depth baseball interviews all season long on MLB Network.
Rockies baseball is presented by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. By UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. By Law Tigers, injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. And by Southwest Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Colorado Rockies. Book now at southwest.com. Well, if you believe in what's right in sports, from a Rockies bias perspective, what would occur right now is the Rockies coming up with 3 or more and allow Germán to walk off a winner as he gets hugs in the dugout from everyone. 7 really fine innings tonight in his final start at Coors Field. And again, the future is unknown as he'll be a free agent at the conclusion of the season. Kyle Hendricks has been marvelous for the Angels tonight. He's allowed just 3 hits. Blaine Krim facing him, and the 0-1 is chopped foul, 2 strikes. Krim a strikeout and a base hit.
You could see how much Germán meant to everybody in that dugout. You could also see that he got a little bit emotional, for sure. And rightly so. 10 years he's been here.
And, you know, we've gotten to know Germán through the years. Germán is a terrific, terrific guy. He is absolutely loved by his teammates. And when I think of Germán, it's impossible not to think of Senza and also Kyle Freeland. That trio, they've been together forever. And they've helped counsel, you know, this next group of young pitchers. So you mentioned Dolander. This is down the right field line, foul. Tanner Gordon, how well has Tanner pitched the last month and a half? You know, I know it's been a struggle a little bit for Bradley Blaylock, but he's still a very young, talented arm. Recently coming to the big leagues, McKay Brown. That foursome, all they have to do is turn to their right or left, and you have 3 guys that have done it for a really long time in the toughest pitching environment in baseball.
Everybody knows your career is on a clock. It's just when you start realizing that the career might come to an end at a place you love, that you got to go to back-to-back playoff appearances for the first time in that franchise's history. Pretty special. And for Germán, if this is his last performance in a Rockies uniform at Coors Field, he can be very proud of it. We got to see the vintage fastball, the curveball at play as well. And while he did give up the 2 home runs, he was incredibly efficient.
Yeah, this is special guy, and I think back as that is up the middle more. Wow, he just stole a hit from Beck. That's
buddy.
Not right. Yep, that's Tennessee crime right there.
I heard from the Angels, they really love the makeup of Christian Moore. They think he's a winner, something that they can build the organization around as well. Yeah, that's a fantastic play. A little in between backhand, other side of shortstop. Wow.
Ezekiel Tovar, sack bunt and a ground out. This to right center field, coming on Zadell. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hendricks. 2-0 Angels as we go to the 8th.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show, live at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Arguably one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the game.
At 100 miles an hour, Sandy ties a career high 14 strikeouts.
This guy is a difference maker for the Marlins.
He's a staff ace. He wants to take the ball, man. He has been great.
Sandy Alcantara has thrown a complete game shutout.
It's like if I faced you, you got no respect for me. No. Exactly.
Force at the front of the rotations.
The guy that wanted to finish what he starts.
Shutout for Sandy Alcantara. We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my, this guy is next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
No way! What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
Fans, it's never too early to start planning next year's company meeting, client entertainment, or employee outing. Visit Rockies.com/suites or call 303-ROCKIES to place your deposit now for a 2026 suite, picnic, or party facility.
Top of the 8th inning, Bryce Tardasio is going to lead things off. 9-1-2 for the Angels. And the new pitcher is Jaden Hill for the Rockies. 2-0. The Rockies trailing the Angels.
Jaden's been really good as of late. He's really found that changeup.
He's also in the zone. I know I wasn't at the game last night because I was doing an Apple game, but Jaden looked fantastic.
Bullpen, as you talked about, Spilly, at the top of the broadcast, was magnificent yesterday. 4 shutout innings. Here's the 0-1. And that's on the edge, and it's 0-2. Yeah, I think back, there's so many memories of Germán. Certainly the most prominent ones are with him dealing on the hill, whether it's at Coors Field or out on the road. But you remember that winter, as that's fouled off Hunter, remember that winter where Germán was one of the few Rockies, so many Rockies, they lived down in Arizona, the established Rockies, it's easier to work out year round. Germán loves Denver so much. He lived with his family in the off season in Denver, and he put out some pictures on Instagram. He was working out in the snow.
Yeah.
It's the kid from Venezuela. Another foul ball.
Spilly, I need a favor.
Yes.
Just wait a second. I'll ask in a second.
Which car are we taking?
I love it. Great response. Could you stand up real fast?
No. Dang it.
I don't know when, but I'm going to get you.
Difference in this game right now. 2 solo home runs. Taylor Ward in the second. And Nolan Shawnuel leading off in the 6th. Ward, his home run led off the second. That's it. He went. Strike 3. So Jaden Hill strikes out Teodosio. And that'll bring up Nolan Shawnuel. The upcoming schedule is presented by Bank of Colorado. Tomorrow's the final home game of 2025, and then the Rockies, after the game, will head to Seattle. They'll enjoy an off day in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. 3 against the Mariners, trying to capture the AL West, and then the final 3 will be in San Francisco against the Giants, who still have hopes of making the postseason. And the Mets lost today in 11, 5-3 in Washington. Excuse me, at home against Washington. They started today 2 up in the wild card. Cincinnati's right there, the Giants.
The Guardians won again. And even more importantly, the game that really, Seattle-Houston, where they're fighting for the AL West title and a wild card spot. Seattle was up 6-0. Houston's trying to come back at 6-4 now in the 8th.
You know, we always talk about October baseball. You guys experienced this. This is October baseball in September.
Yeah. There's a 2-week stretch where you got to fight with everything you got to make sure you get in.
It's October baseball because if you want to play in October, you better play like it's October.
Well, that's the thing. Managers, they have to talk to the bullpen because they'll put guys out there 3 days in a row. I mean, it's this final stretch of baseball. I joke around, it's like an advent calendar. You just can't wait to count down to the last day of the year because you don't know what's going to happen.
Well,
ooh, that's interesting. Swing on Shonowell. He didn't like it, but he's got a. Hunter Goodman's holding the baseball, waiting for Shonowell. And they'll still throw it around. I thought for a moment they weren't even going to bother throwing it around. He didn't go. That was a bad break for him. But the third base umpire, Brock Ballou, said he did go. Since the ball hit the dirt, Hunter was waiting to apply the tag. You always want to tag rather than throw, even though it's only at that point, you know, basically a 85-foot throw where he was standing. But just in case, with kind of a cat and mouse thing going on for a moment. Strike 1 on Trout. Mike reached on catcher's interference. Then he reached on a walk. He struck out looking in the 6th. So officially he's 0 for 1. Here's the 1-1.
It's so weird to see Mike Trout struggle because he's late on everything.
Yeah, you can see he's guessing. He's really trying to see the baseball, but guessing. Obviously, Angels fans really hoping he runs into one.
3-1. We discussed this a bit last night. He's got a 975 career OPS, which is 14th all time. And that's even with the fact that he's at 763 this year. This ball is launched to deep center field, and there it is, number 400 for Mike Trout. And that was hit in Mike Trout fashion, an absolute no-doubter to center field.
You see the distance?
That had to go somewhere in the neighborhood, I'm guessing, of 480.
485. Come on. 115 miles an hour off the bat, 400 homers.
He's the 59th player all time with 400 home runs. And he's getting hugs as he makes his way to the Angels dugout.
Now you could see him get the timing. It was a 3-1 count. And he just felt like he'd loaded it up finally. Yeah, that's probably a big weight off his back too. It's been a long time for him.
Yo, he's a humble, beyond a superstar. I mean, he's one of the all-time greats. When we talk about, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer, one of the things I say is not to diminish anybody, Sully, who makes a Hall of Fame. They're all the greatest of the great, right? But there's like a penthouse in that building, and Mike Trout will have that special key that gets you to the penthouse.
Yeah,
because he was on track to potentially be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and get another look at the fastball and 3-1 count, belt high. That short swing we've seen so many times. It's beautiful.
And that home run of 485 feet, it's the second longest in baseball this year. And that catches Moncada. Yeah, Spilly, his timing's been off. It was not on that heater.
Now you got 3-1 count. He sold out on it. Knew he was going to get a fastball. Jeez. Very few humans have ever hit a ball like that.
You said it was the second longest. He also has the third longest home run this year, 484 feet.
And I want to say that may have been the first ball he hit this year, or the first home run he hit this year. So I remember it was very early in the season. Moncada, by the way, is going to come out, and Peraza is going to pinch run for him. You can go on and on and on for days about Mike Trout's accolades. We did for a while last night. You know, the 3 MVP awards. Only Barry Bonds with more was 7. Pujols had 3. His former teammate A-Rod 3. Mike Schmidt 3. Mickey Mantle 3. Here's Joe Adele. And Peraza will steal second. He was second in the MVP 4 times. He was in the top 5 of the MVP voting in the American League 9 times.
Yeah. I told you there's a 9-year stretch where he didn't finish outside the top 5. He won 3 MVPs, and only twice did he finish 4th or 5th. So it was all first and second, basically.
Spilly, I know you like to study such things. There's probably a couple of those times he finished second where it was a woulda, coulda, shoulda that he should have been number 1.
Getting a pat on the back from former first-round pick Jason Nix of the Rockies. Goodness.
Hit Ward. I don't know if Jaden Hill's been rattled a little bit by that home run.
Chivy is getting loose in the Rockies' pen, and they're probably going to try and get him loose a little quicker now.
Whoever caught this baseball is going to be stoked.
Oh, bare hand. Nice catch. Got his little boy right there. Look at that.
Yep.
Let the negotiating begin. Two on, 1 out. 2 strikes on Joe Adele. I was asking Jason Nix, 2 outs, I should say. I was asking Jason Nix about Trout yesterday. As he goes down, I'll tell you that story when we come back. Mike Trout hit his 400th to make it 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th at Coors Field.
There's a shot. This is really becoming ridiculous. 3-home run day for Aaron Judge.
Bronx Bombers are back.
Judge cranks one. Incredible. The show rolls on for Aaron Judge.
This is a generational player. He's a special, special talent. He's going to go down as the greatest Yankee of all time.
Turn on baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning.
Out of here!
Experience live baseball in a whole new way with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire.
MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it, back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Colorado Rockies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies.
Burke Simpson Injury Lawyers remind you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. If you've been injured, contact Burke Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives. Well, the Rockies 6 outs now to work with. They're down 3-0. 3 solo home runs tonight. Taylor Ward, Nolan Shonowell, and moments ago Mike Trout with his 400th career home run. Jose Fermin takes over for Kyle Hendricks, and there's no one upset in that Rockies dugout that Hendricks is gone. Oswald Peraza takes over third base for the man he ran for, Yoan Moncada.
Yeah, just 4 hard-hit balls against Hendricks today by the Rockies hitters. He's a master of weak contact. But for me, 2-pitch mix, slider is his primary pitch, and a 4-seam fastball.
And this back up the middle, but the second baseman, Christian Moore, is positioned there, and Doyle's retired. Who wants tacos? Fans, when the Rockies score 7 in a ball game, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the next day, do between 4 and 6 to get your Rockies taco special at Moss at Taco Bell. I hope you took advantage of that today. The Rockies winning last night 7-6.
Hey Drew, you know I said I wouldn't be able to get it today.
Yeah,
I got it.
How'd you
on the way to the field. I didn't get the deal.
You did a little negotiating?
No, I didn't get the deal, but I got Taco Bell.
Did you ask for the deal?
No,
I just want to know, did you?
Of course not.
He's not the chief taco officer.
No, there's only one of those.
It's in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing by Yanquiel. Angel Chivilly and Jimmy Herget. So if the Rockies were to rally and maybe get within a run or get even, certainly, or move ahead, that would be wonderful. You'll see Herget. Status quo, you'll see Chivilly 2-2. I mean, Kyle Hendricks gave up 3 hits in 7 shutout innings at Coors Field. That does not happen much, as you see Charlie Blackmon in town with the Rockies this week, sitting next to Mickey Moniak.
Ooh. Got away with 1.
Three-two. Big chopper back to Fermin, and a low throw, but he got him. Shonowell picked it out of the dirt. With 2 outs, that'll bring up Orlando Arcia.
Fermin panic coming down the slope. Fields it clean, tries to get rid of it a little quick, short arm as well, and he gets picked up by his teammate. Chenwell. Yeah. You can tell he didn't look super comfortable with any part of that.
Now that play looked like there was going to be a ball down the right field line.
Well,
money on it.
How about how he fielded it at shoulder high with the palm underneath and the yeah boy, that was interesting.
And now you know why he's a pitcher.
And now you know why they ask pitchers not to catch the ball when it's coming at them.
1 ball, 1 strike on Arcia. Rockies trying to do something they haven't done in more than a month, winning back-to-back ball games. The last time they won back-to-back, they actually won 4 in a row, August 15th through the 18th. And Fermin works a 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. So we'll go to the 9th. Angels shutting out the Rockies 3-0.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Turn on baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning. Experience live baseball in a whole new way with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire.
MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We got hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party. Oh my! This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
You know that, right? You can say that. Yeah. So, Mike Trout, home run number 400, Mark Stout, Jeff Houston. A little bit further, I think you were going to catch that.
Maybe. I mean, that was 485 feet. His longest in the StatCast is 490. But we've seen some cool things at Coors Field in our lifetime. That one's pretty cool, too.
We'll also talk about the crafty righty that was on the hill tonight. And Márquez as well. UC Health postgame show is coming up. There's Trout.
Yeah, you know, Mark, you're absolutely right. We always used to use that term, the crafty lefty. And Hendricks is a crafty righty. And he was on his game tonight. 7 shutout innings as Angel Shibii takes over. Christian Moore at the plate. Visited a little bit with Moore before the ball game, native of Brooklyn. Went to a prep school and then on to Knoxville. Played for Coach Vitello there. And all those guys, we talk to the Rockies about this periodically, all those guys remain really, really close with Coach Vitello. Moore told me he texts or talks to him every day.
Wow. It's a strong bond.
High first-round pick, and he got to the big leagues quickly. Spilly, you weren't with us last night, but you know this. You've had the Angels a few times this year. That's the MO of this organization. If they think you can play, they're going to get you to the big leagues in a hurry.
Well, it's also what they have to do. I mean, if you're getting good college players and you're drafting them early, and like, I don't think they're ashamed to develop players at the big league level. So they push them. They do it with pitching. They do it with position players.
2-2 on Moore. 0 for 3 tonight. Already 8 players from that super talented 2022 Tennessee club have made it to the majors. This is fouled off. Beck and Dolander. Moore, Drew Gilbert, Trey Lipscomb, Chase Owens, Ben Joyce, who throws like 300 miles an hour. Blaze Tidwell.
And the real question is if a player's hitting at every level, I mean, I want players to struggle. I want them to fail in the minor leagues. That way they have an understanding when you do fail in the big leagues, how to get out of it.
Okay, but what do you do if a guy doesn't?
Then you call him up.
Right.
I mean, he's going to fail at some point, so you can't baby them, right? Like, you got to let them. Hopefully, he fails. That's what I want.
I think the best example is Jackson Holliday. He just destroyed minor league pitching, and he got to the major leagues, and he struggled, right? And maybe he was rushed to the big leagues. Maybe he wasn't. I think Michael Elias has said, I think I rushed him.
Yeah, but to both of your observations, he raked in the minor leagues.
That's what I'm saying. He blasted his way through.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't wait out
to hit 440 instead of 340 or whatever he was hitting.
You can't wait out for him to struggle.
10th pitch of the at bat. This is going to be a tough chance for Arce. He's got no shot. And Moore has an infield hit. You talk to any farm director and they'll echo exactly what you guys are saying, that you really hope that a player goes through a period where they hit a rough patch as a minor leaguer.
No, we saw Colson Montgomery, who made his debut here, the White Sox. He was sent down to the complex league this season to get him out of the minor. He was struggling so bad at the minor leagues, they sent him down to the complex league to hit off a pitching machine. And then he came back, and I'm not sure if you've seen the numbers of Montgomery.
He's raked.
He's been unbelievable.
Logan O'Hoppe, a single and a double tonight. Well, Sully, if I remember correctly, just going back in the way back time machine, I mean, you put up good numbers at pretty much every stop. Do you feel like, and you had a good big league career, so I'm sure it didn't really affect you that you never went through a protracted slump?
Yeah, I feel like I was ready to play at the major league level, honestly, after my first professional season. I skipped low A, I went to high A, I was pretty successful there. I went to low A. I didn't go to short season. Then I went to high A, and I think I set the Rockies record for doubles. I hit right around 290. I had 65 extra base hits. Then I went to double A, and I led the team in hitting with the team with Matt and Brad. I hit 300. I think I finished second or third in the league in hitting, and then I skipped triple A and was in the big leagues.
Second stolen base this year for Moore.
For Moore, he got a good jump on Chevy. Good pitch to throw on. Hunter pulls it a little bit to the shortstop side of second base. So I understand the idea of you want guys to struggle, but there are some that just don't, and that's okay. Christian was unbelievable in the minor leagues last year, and they debated on sending him straight to the big leagues out of the draft. I remember that being a conversation, and he went, I believe he went to A-ball for like 3 games, hit like 450, then he went to double A and hit like 360.
I guess that's the question, is how long do they have to go to each level? Oh, jeez.
There's, you're basically arriving at, there is no exact science behind this.
This is scary for Logan O'Hoppe. He just came off the IL with the concussion when he was hit with the bat from Jacob Wilson. He had the crazy play last night. Man, he's like a target.
It's way inside. 3-2. Moore at second. It's a 3-run game right now. We're in the 9th inning. Well, that's ball 4. So first and second for Denzer Guzman. Just kind of to put a period on this topic with Christian Moore. In the minor leagues, he played in only 93 games, 410 plate appearances, 356 at bats. He hit .292, 13 homers, 62 driven in, and actually it was less than that, fellas, because when he came up, he was returned to the minor leagues not that long ago because he'd been struggling a little bit. So it was even fewer at bats than that.
Last year, he played 2 games in April, hit .545. That's fine. Oh, and then he went straight to Double-A. Over the 2 levels, he hit .347 with a .984 OPS.
Time to move.
Yeah.
Oh, and 2 on Guzman. One and 2. And Chivi strikes out Guzman for the first out in the 9th. That'll bring up Teodosio.
That was an absolutely filthy changeup from Chivi as we see Ryan Olson get ready.
Ground ball to short, couple of strikeouts for the young center fielder. This is slowly hit to short. There's one, and they're not going to double up Teodosio. Remember, he got up the line in 30.5. 30.5 feet per second his first time up, which is beyond elite. Here's our buddy EY Senior. So first and third, 2 outs for Shawnuel. Shawnuel a home run in the 6th at the time. That gave the Angels a 2-0 lead. They have 3 solo home runs tonight. Taylor Ward, Nolan Shawnuel, and the one everybody will be chattering about, Mike Trout, with number 400 in the 8th inning. The only other player to hit their 400th home run against the Colorado Rockies was Ken Griffey Jr. And there's Trout on deck. Bouncing ball to second. So in the inning, Freeman to first. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Rockies trailing the Angels 3-0.
Need a convenient weeknight dinner? Then it's time to think outside the box with Home Chef. With our oven-ready and express sheet pan meals, Home Chef delivers everything you need right to your door, so you can enjoy affordable meals made with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that take the hard work out of home cooking. With so many easy prep, no-mess recipes to choose from, you don't have to stress meal planning anymore. You just get to enjoy really tasty food and add more time back into your day. Get 18 free meals plus free shipping when you sign up today. Early.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
Where did you get these seats?
I got a guy.
You've got a guy. You gotta use Game Time for concert tickets. It's also the best way to guarantee you're getting the lowest price to your favorite artist, even at the last minute. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. So we go to the bottom of the ninth inning at Coors Field. The Rockies, the night after defeating the Halos 7-6 and snapping a 5-game losing streak, are down 3-0 in the bottom of the ninth inning. LA is trying to snap an 8-game losing streak, and Luis Garcia, who was with the Nationals in the first half, came at the trade deadline back to a familiar spot. This is his third career stint with the Angels. Guy's got 10+ years of service time. Will handle the ninth inning. Tyler Freeman will lead things off. Again, Kenley Jansen normally would be in this position. Kenley, because of his heart condition, does not come to altitude anymore. It's a situation a year ago when the Red Sox visited. Jansen stayed back.
Yeah, it's a 3-pitch mix, but to righties just two-seam slider.
And this is to Christian Moore. 1 out. The Rockies have 3 hits tonight. They had a single from Hunter Goodman in the first. They got a leadoff single from Beck in the second. And then the only other hit came with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Infield hit by Blaine Krim. Other than that, Kyle Hendricks gave up nothing. 7 shutout innings, the 3 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Moniak 0 for 3, ground out, 2 flyouts.
I mean, the Rockies have only had 1 hitter reach second base. It's Jordan Beck all the way back in the 2nd inning. He actually got the 3rd.
And true to form with Kyle Hendricks when he's on, no loud outs.
Just 4 hard hit balls all game. First inning.
And that is going to work as a hit as it was knocked down by Peraza. So a base hit with 1 out for Mickey, and that'll bring up Hunter Goodman.
For Mickey, this is just a good job letting the ball get deep. Beats Peraza on the arm side.
Peraza almost made a remarkable play. He was quick to get to that baseball. That's some Loto magic.
Ball 1 on Hunter. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Moniak's going to go first to third. Second hit of the night for the Rockies all-star catcher. And a guy who's been slugging the baseballs coming up in Blaine Krim.
Oh, this ball was squared up. 97 in, 113 going out, the left center field gap. Perfectly balanced. That boy good.
Good played center field to keep Hunter Goodman to a single, too. And a good route. Keeps the double play in order.
So how about this? Most RBIs in the first 7 games with the Rockies all time. Trevor Story with the crazy start to his career with a dozen in his first 7. Next on the list, along with the big cat, is Blaine Krim. How does 12 sound in 8 games? Does that work for you?
Yeah.
I think that'll play.
Krim Reaper.
The Krim Reaper. 1 for 3 tonight. The 1-0, 2-0. If you draw it up, you want to work yourself in an offensive count. Krim has done that. Not close. Goodman wisely just stayed put. He understands the situation. Scoreboard dictates 3-0, 1 out.
Yeah, while you want to be at second base to stay out of a double play, you also don't want to get out because your run means nothing.
Beck is on deck. Here's the 3-0. Ball 4, and they're loaded up for Jordan Beck.
Well, Ryan Ritter's going to run for Blaine Krim to get speed on first.
Barry Enright's going to come out, pitching coach. You guys came up in the 9th inning many times with traffic, and there's a meeting at the mound. You have your thoughts, and you've been watching the pitcher. Now all of a sudden there's like a 45-second delay. What goes through your mind now?
Honestly, this is good because it allows you to kind of control your heart rate. When you're standing on deck, you've got a little adrenaline. You want the opportunity to win the ball game. This allows you to clear your mind, relax your body, slow your heart rate down, and remember, the pressure is all on Garcia out on the mound. Also, usually, after a mound visit, it's a fastball. Take a nice controlled swing. Don't try and do too much, and see if you can win a ball game.
Jordan Beck tonight had a single to center. Fly ball to center, and he was robbed of a hit by his college buddy Christian Moore. Tying run at first. Beck's the winning run. It was a fastball, it was a strike, but more of a pitcher's strike, if you will.
And that's good discipline. That means he wasn't over-amped. He didn't fire at it.
Here's the 0-1 from Ortiz. And he went right back to 97. And it's 0-2.
Well, it's so much of the first pitch, and Sully's right. I mean, it doesn't matter if it was a strike or not. Whatever that first pitch is, you're going to get it again.
Got a slider on the 0-2. Ezekiel Tovar is on deck after Beck. 1 out, bases loaded. Moniak an infield hit. Goodman a line single to center. Ritter running for Krim, who walked. That was a hold your breath moment. 2-2. Excuse me, 1-2. This is top to third. Tag to the bag for one. On the first. Double play will end the game. Peraza fielded it in fair territory, And he turns a 5-3 game-ending double play. So the Angels snap an 8-game losing streak. They shut out the Rockies 3-0. The winning pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, he's 8-10. Germán Márquez, who pitched very, very well, will suffer the loss.
It was a really good job by Peraza fielding that and getting a quick transfer over to first baseman Nolan Shanwell.
When we come back, the UC Health post-game show. Again, the final score, the Angels 3-0. Mike Trout hit his 400th tonight.
Wearing regular shoes feels this cramped. Or Glide Step wide fit, hands-free Skechers slip-ins feel like this. With Skechers slip-ins, just step in, no bending down, no touching my shoes. Try wide fit Skechers slip-ins.
I'll give you this brand new
electric vehicle
if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
Turn on MLB Tonight's national pregame show live at 5 as Greg, Harold, and Dan preview all the night's matchups.
You know the top 3 are getting theirs.
Yeah. Understanding what I do well, and it's use the whole field.
MLB Tonight's national pregame show, weekdays on MLB Network.
Downtown Denver, 36,000 plus on it. You know, I'm thinking about the attendance, and I'm like, well, they're here to see Trout. I get it. Los Rockies night. Here to see Germán Márquez, Mark's out, Jeff Houston out here at center field. A lot of people did come. We had a couple over here that said, hey, nice ballpark. Came in to see Trout. So he got his thing done, and we'll get to Trout. But what about Germán on Los Rockies night, Jeff?
Well, if this was his last start at Coors Field, then it was a day-to-day. And when you think about what he's able to accomplish in a Rockies uniform, he's got an awful lot to be proud of. And tonight was another example of that.
No doubt. This is his 199th start. He'll make another, so he'll make 200 starts for the Rockies. We'll see what happens after the season. He's a free agent, so this could be his last one at Coors Field. He went 7 strong innings tonight. Gave up a couple of solo homers, but it was kind of vintage Germán at times.
Well, and it really worked out well. He had the fastball. It was right around 94, 95, but he had some good breaking pitches, slider. He had some good curveball. He had 10 swing and misses tonight. He also had 6 ground ball outs, 6 flyouts on 84 pitches. Very efficient, too. When you think about it, 60 strikes for Germán. Yeah, he deserved a better fate than what he had tonight because the 2 runs he gave up with the solo home runs. But the offense just couldn't do anything tonight against Kyle Hendricks.
And if this was his last start here at 20th and Blake, he did it in historic fashion because he moved up on the milestone ranks. He is now 3rd all-time in innings pitched in the history of this franchise. I think back to the trade that was made 3 weeks before he even turned 21 years old.
Yeah, and when you think about that, too, is that they really wanted to sign him back when he was like 16. They just didn't have enough money, so they had to pick somebody, and I believe they picked Antonio to give the money to, but they've always had their eye on Germán.
Yeah, he came over in that trade with Jake McGee, and Tampa got Corey Dickerson, which Dickerson had just hit 300 in like back-to-back seasons, so it was interesting, but this worked out for the Rockies, this trade. All right, Kyle Hendricks, I've seen it before. It's a master class on bobbing, weaving, in, out, not a lot of velo, just enough.
The most frustrating ABs is as a hitter because you're like, this guy couldn't bring a clean class.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, he's striking out guys, 5 strikeouts. I will say that he had a little help early on with a little expanded strike zone. There were 7 pitches that were called strikes that were actually balls. So that does help a guy. But that being said, Kyle Hendricks the average exit velocity today was 83.1 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He had just 4 hard hit balls, 8 ground ball outs. You can tell he just knows how to pitch. Every time he does this, you're like, wow, how does he do it? But he does it time and time and time again.
I feel like that average exit velo at 83.1 might have been the average of all his pitches in terms of miles per hour. When you average it out,
that might be a little high.
Right? That might be a little high, but man, that guy, he
knows how to pitch.
And it was 3 singles, and the one that Blaine Krim got was up the middle.
Yeah.
Guzman, the shortstop. I thought he rushed the throw.
Yeah, they gave him it. But here's the thing. If you're sitting in the Rockies dugout, some of these young pitchers, take notice. You don't have to overpower guys. You have to pitch. If you just watch what he did tonight, you can learn something from him.
Mike Trout sitting on 399 home runs. A lot of people came here to see if he would hit his 400. He did not miss on his pitch from J.B.
Well, and this is what everybody was waiting for. This was what all the Angels people were waiting for. 59th player all time with 400 more home runs, 485 feet. That's the 3rd longest he's had in the StatCast era, which goes back to 2015. His longest is 490 feet. And now most home runs. Okay. This is a pretty cool list for me personally.
You know some of these guys.
I played with 3 of those guys.
I know Garrett Anderson well.
Yeah, so I played with Fish.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his nickname, 299 from Grand Canyon College. And then Garrett Anderson, GA, was just a smooth.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Albert Pujols, when he came over from the Cardinals. And the last one on that list was Brian Downing. I played with him in Texas. Yeah, he came over and hit leadoff for us.
Right.
But to see 3 of those 5 guys on there, it's pretty special for me.
It's the 2nd time a 400th home run has been hit here at Coors Field. I wrote down the date. It was April 10th, 2000. That was Ken Griffey Jr. He was 31 at that time. He ended up with 630 homers, and his last came when he was 40. I don't think Trout...
I don't think he will, but I think he's going to get into the neighborhood of 450, 475.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think.
No, it's remarkable.
Yes,
and the guys...
Is he signed through 2030, I believe?
He's a legend of the game. He's an icon, and he did it here at Coors Field. You know, you'll remember 485 feet.
Well, I talked about it, in our preview to the UC Health postgame show was, remember, Ichiro got his 3,000th hit here.
He did, yeah.
So we've seen some really special moments in Major League history.
Right. In the history of the game,
yes,
when you think about it that way. We'll take a break on the UC Health postgame show. We'll come back. We'll hear from Warren Schaefer in the clubhouse as the Angels shut out the Rockies 3-0 on 3 solo homers, including Trout's 400.
I was a typical Colorado team.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network. Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. 3 hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
UC Health postgame show. That is the UC Health game summary. 3-6-1 for the Angels, 0-5-1 for the Rockies. Rocks had 5 hits, all singles, 2 in the ninth, 2 off the bat of Hunter Goodman. We just found out that Kyle Hendricks exit velo off the bat, 83.1. His average velocity of his pitches tonight, 83.3.
Spot on.
That's pretty cool. Let's get you into the clubhouse here from Warren Schaefer.
Right. Schaefer, how about the performance of Márquez? I know that he had gone through kind of a tough time a bit, but he goes out there, gives you 7 strong ones, and gives you a chance to win 9.
Yeah, 7 strong is right. I mean, that was really nice to see from him, from the home crowd. Just good stuff. Commanded his heater. That does what Márquez can do. Slider, curveball were both down today. He was efficient. Good mix. He pitched well, man. He was good for us.
I don't know what the future holds, but can you comment on what he has meant to you since you took over as manager and what he means in that clubhouse to the pitching staff?
Yeah, he means a lot to a lot of people in there, to everybody in there. Just his tenure here. Edwin told me earlier that he surpassed De La Rosa today for the most innings or third most innings of all time. That's special. That's important. I'm really thankful for his presence and what he's done for this organization. A lot of people are.
Yeah, Shape, talking Mike Trout tonight, his 400th home run, quite a career so far for him, too.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the game. For a big stretch there, he was the best in the game for a long, long stretch. 400's a big number. He's a great player of our game, future Hall of Famer. Good for him.
What do you think tonight? Hendricks pitching a pretty tough game, and the Rockies just unable to get to him tonight. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I mean that's a pitcher right there. That's give, take, in, out, cut, just command everything. Everybody uncomfortable. It shows that you don't have to throw 100 miles an hour to get people out. He's been doing that for a long time. He knows exactly what he's doing, and we didn't have an answer for him today.
Shafe, going back to Germán, we saw after he came out of the game, getting emotional on the dugout. Did you get a sense of that? Could you feel that tonight was a special night for him?
Yeah, I think so. There was some talk before the game about that, but I think that I saw the same emotion after the game. I mean, Germán cares about this place. This place is very special to him. I know that for a fact, and I think it's only right for him to be emotional in that situation.
Shafe, I hate to repeat, we got in here a little late. Germán had struggled a little bit his last few, knowing the emotion that was going into this game tonight. You had to be proud of the performance he gave you tonight.
You're very proud of him. Like you said, especially after struggling the past couple outings, and knowing that he has just been wearing it. It was really, really nice to see. I was just really happy for him in that last game of the year in Coors Field.
Okay, Germán, how did you see that last pitch? Ball goes to the warning track. How emotional was that moment when Beck caught it and you knew that you had turned in a really good start in what could be the last game here as a Rocky?
Yeah, it was very special, because I didn't want to score, get big, and I just wanted to keep the score right there, and the chance to win, and it was very, very emotional because may have the last game that I throw as a rookie in the Coors Field, but I don't know, and so I need to, I got one more start.
What about being able to pitch well tonight? I know after you came off the IL, things haven't gone as well as you would expect. What were you able to do tonight to kind of straighten that out?
Yeah, I felt I needed, I feel like my fastball command was good and breaking ball was right there. I missed a couple times, but, I feel like my fastball command was good, and I was, to keep the score close.
Hey, Márquez, how much was the idea that this could be your final game here in a Rockies uniform
How much did that weigh on you? How much did you take that into the game? And how important was it for you to pitch well in that situation?
Yeah, I was thinking about it the whole game.
You were?
Yeah, I was. And, I mean, this is my home. I've been here for my whole career, you know, and I feel happy. I feel free here. But, you know, it's baseball, and I need to see what's going to happen.
I saw a lot of fans right by the dugout, the hardcore Rockies fans, stand up and give you some applause. And did you notice that, and did you feel that when you came off the field?
Yeah, I felt it. But we were losing, and, you know,
For you, if that was the last start at Coors Field, what's your favorite moments about pitching here?
Man, being here, I mean, I love Denver, and I love Coors Field, the fans, my teammates. There is a lot of history behind. Good people, good, you know, like I said, good teammates, and this is gonna be my home for all life.
When you came back this year, how important was it for you to get through this year healthy and show who Germán Márquez is?
Yeah, I just wanna to be healthy the whole year, you know, to get through the every five days, and I went to the IL. It was kind of hard for me because I just want to pitch, and I just wanna stay healthy and, you know, giving my best to the team, fans, and teammates.
Marky, for you tonight, I mean, the fastball was up. You're 96. The curveball was looking like your old self.
Yeah.
How good does that feel for you, just knowing that you had a start like that, especially after 2 tough ones?
Yeah, I felt good today. My arm feels good today, and the velo was there, and I feel it, that's the difference, you know, between 96 and 93, and I felt really good today.
You had a couple of starts where you didn't get a strikeout. Was that something like, I've got to correct that up?
Yeah, I mean, I felt I didn't have that before in my career, and I had it, but it was back game. I take it to the back end, and, you know, I was ready to the next game.
If this is it here, what do you think about the Rockies and their future? Obviously, you're going to, if you go elsewhere, you're going to be wanting to pitch in a playoff. Do you think these guys could be in good shape if some things go right for them?
Yes, there is a lot of talents over here, young guys that they're hungry to play baseball, and then if I'm here or not, I'll always root for Colorado Rockies.
Thank you, Marky.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Number 48, Jeff, started out the game with a 3-pitch backwards K. I kind of had a feeling. I was like, is he dialed in today? Well, you know, there's not many 3-pitch Ks and backwards Ks in
not
any
to start
game.
a ball game,
Right,
especially.
Right.
You know, just listening to some of his answers there, you could tell he had been a little emotional prior to that.
No doubt, yeah.
And understandably so, because he's been here since 2016, been part of this. This is always a tough time as a player, though, when you come down to the end of the season and you're not sure what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With your future.
Kind of in limbo.
Yeah, because it not only affects you, but it affects your family. And what's it going to mean? Where, you know, is it here or is it going to be somewhere else? Because then it's a whole new group of guys, maybe a different spring training. There's so much uncertainty this time of year for everybody that at times it's hard to stay composed. And I understand completely what Germán's going through right now.
You know, and I've said it. He was traded here before he turned, a few weeks before he turned 21. He's only 30, Jeff.
I know.
I mean, I know that's how the game sometimes works. He's now 68
and 71.
Right. He had a shot if he had won today, pitched well enough to win.
Yes.
And that last one, to be 70 and 70.
Yeah.
For the Colorado Rockies.
Right.
You know how hard it is to pitch.
Right. And if he were to have gotten the W today, he would have been 500 at Coors Field. He would have been 31 and 31.
We'll see what the future holds for Germán Márquez as he had himself a quality start tonight. It's on the end of a 3-0 loss. He gave up 2 home runs. Mike Trout hit his 400 off Jaden Hill. We'll come back and get you set for tomorrow.
Baseball's national pregame show. MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
You know the top 3 are getting there.
First take from the players.
Understanding what I do well, and it's use the whole field.
And the first of many breakdowns every game night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays on MLB Network.
Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric.
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to San Diego.
Rockies postgame is brought to you by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. And by Breckenridge, text the word play to 90202 to win $5,000 on a Breckenridge vacation. 3-0 Angels. And the third run was Mike Trout's 400th home run of his career. It went 485 feet. We want you to watch this off of Phil. It goes out to basically center, a little left center. And there's a guy that catches this barehanded. What a grab.
Great. So you come to the ballpark and you're one of the 36,407 people to come into the stadium. Do you think you're going to catch Mike Trout's 400 home run?
That was an unbelievable grab.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I just did it this way. Caught it barehanded. That's sick, dude.
So he's having some time with Trout. He's got his wife there. Both his kids, I love it. They had dinger dolls in their hands. And good for Mike Trout. Good for that guy. You know, we've seen that across the league where sometimes I want to negotiate. That looks like it was easy peasy, you know.
Well, and you know what? I know why people do it. Because especially with a ball like that, you don't know how much you could sell it for. It could be, you know, a lot of
could
money.
be life-changing, maybe.
Could be life-changing, so I get that. But at the same time, if that was more just, hey, I want a photo op, maybe I want a bat and tickets or a jersey or something like that, that would be really cool.
Good for that family. Let's get you set up for tomorrow. Kyle Freeland is on the hill for the Rockies. Not sure who's going for the Angels. I remember Mel Clark was the pitcher in Angels in the outfield. Tony Danzer. I don't think it's going to be that guy.
It's not going to be him?
No. I have a funny feeling Freeland's going to throw well tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you go back to his last start. Remember, that was the game where
it was it was the bag that hit the ball at second base.
At second base, and they ended up scoring 3 runs. So, he pitched really well. He gave up 6. I get that. But that was a ball that would have been a double play. You're out of that inning. He ended up giving up 3 a little bit later on. But for me, I think he's in a pretty good spot right now with his pitches.
He beat the Angels last year 2-1 on the road. I know that's not this year.
Well, in 4 ball games, he's 2-0 with the 263 against him.
But you know, he and Márquez have been here since basically the beginning.
Yes,
those two together, And following him, I got a feeling about Free tomorrow on Sunday afternoon. If the Rockies can get a win, they will win this series. They lose tonight by a score of 3-0. Germán, yeah, you can tell he was emotional. I love the 3-pitch backwards K to start the game. He went 7 strong, only gave up 2, a couple of home runs, and then Mike Trout hit that 400. We're on the air tomorrow at 12:45, final home game of this season. We'll see you then. Mike Trout, I'm assuming, will be in the lineup. We'll see if he hits more home runs. Is most in the National League. Here at Coors Field, he now has 6.